Hello, I'm Chris Flay from Wychwood and welcome to Sportfish HQ here in Reading. We are today going to be fishing the hobby lake, which can be booked out for corporate events, whether that be personal or business. There's an amazing tackle shop around the front of the facility that will cater for all your needs for a great day on the water. It's coming into summer now and things are getting a little bit more difficult. The fish are starting to be a little bit more lethargic and the water is warming up a touch. So what we're going to do today is show you how to hopefully catch some more fish with some of these methods. Well, we've had some lunch. It's now around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's warmed up quite a bit and the breeze has picked up a little bit. We have a little fish this morning though, and I'm going to just run through quickly the methods that we had to fish on this morning. The first one that I'm going to go through, now these are the new rods from Wychwood. These are the True Fly fast actions. These are both in 10 foot 7 weight. So this first rod, I've got a weight forward 7 line on, probably about 12 foot of my own tapered leader. So I've got 8 pound ghost mode fluoro down to 6 pound. I've just tapered that myself. And what we've got on here is a damsel pattern. There's loads of damsels flying around this time of year. You can see them hovering over the rushes, and you can even see them sometimes on the tips of your rods there. So that is a great pattern this time of year. You can twitch it back, you can let it sink and draw, but we'll go through those in a second. Another way that I may fish this rod later on today is using an indicator. So all I'll do, I'll take off the damsel, I'll probably put a couple of buzzers on at maybe 3 foot and 6 foot, and then I'll put one of these indicators on, sliding down, so that'll probably leave me fishing about 8 feet of line. And the other method that we go to this time of year is the washing line. Again, same rod, 10 foot for a 7 weight, floating line on this one. There's probably 15 feet of leader here on the front. I've got a fab, just an attractor pattern, and then I've got two dowel backs, probably spaced at around 4 feet. It's a great searching pattern when the fish are taking the naturals. So let's go down to the lake and have a look how to fish them. Right, well here we are at the lakeside. We've got the damsel pattern on at the moment, and I'm just going to run you through how I like to retrieve it. So at the moment we're just casting along this near side margin. There's loads of damsels just hovering around. I'm going to let this sink for about 7 seconds because it's not too deep here, and then my retrieve is just short, sharp 3-inch pulls, and then I'm just going to let it sink back down for a couple of seconds and then go again. When that fly's sinking down, just keep an eye on that fly line, because what you'll quite often have is a fish will take that fly as it's sinking and the line will shoot out, or it'll have some movement to it. And also always fish the hang. You don't realise how many fish will follow these flies right into the bank and take it just as you're lifting off. Awkward casting with those reeds behind me. So the second retrieve that you can do with this damsel, again, is let it sink 5 to 10 seconds. And with this retrieve, we're going to do a little bit longer, but then stop. Again, watching that line all the time. So what we're trying to imitate is that damsel nymph coming up in the water column and then just sinking back down. So it's doing this all the way along the water column. So 3 pulls, let it sink back down. Let it sink, and again, as you're lifting off, remember to hang that fly. We've just moved around the lake a second. The breeze has picked up coming from right to left, and we're going to try and demonstrate the washing line a little bit. Although the wind has really picked up now. So the washing line is a fab on the point and then 2 naturals spaced evenly above it. And what we're wanting to do here, the fab's going to keep the flies up in the water and the 2 naturals are just going to drift along in the breeze. What I want to do here is just keep in touch by a real slow figure of 8, just letting those flies naturally drift round on the breeze. When you do get takes with this method, it can be quite violent. You'll often find it just shoots straight out your hand. Just letting it come round there nicely. And we'll restart the cast. You can have multiple flies on this. You can have a team of 5 or 4, entirely how you feel comfortable fishing it. Obviously, the more flies you do put on, the more tangles you could get in. Well, I do anyway. Just letting that come round. It would be nice to have a fish for you, but that is fishing, and fish sometimes don't want to play ball. There's a fish just moving over there. So this method, yeah, what you're really trying to do when those fish are taking the naturals, you want to try and kind of fish it static or just move it very, very slightly. What I tend to do, like I said, is just keep tight of that line and wait for the take. Well, we're coming to the end of the day, so firstly I'd like to thank you for joining us here at Sportfish. I hope that some of the tactics that we've gone through today will help you put some more fish on the bank. My 3 top tips for summertime fishing would be: don't stay in one place all the time. Keep searching the reservoir or lake, whatever you're on. My second would be, if there are insects on the water, try and go to the windward side of the lake. So where the wind is blowing into, you'll often find there could be fish sat right in the edge there, taking the buzzers, taking the nymphs that have blown in. And my third tip, which is the safety element, is drink lots of water. It's got up to sort of 23 degrees today, so just keep hydrated, and hopefully you guys will put a lot more fish on the bank. Take care, and thank you very much.